Welcome, all collectors, to another episode of Booomin Sports Cards, the podcast where the hobby stays hot and the card stays booming. I'm one of your hosts, Jason.
And I'm Alex. Today we'll be discussing the hottest takes in the hobby, part 2. So let's get right into it, shall we?
Let's do it. But before we get to that, let's talk about headlines in the world of sports. So, the World Baseball Classic has concluded, and what a tournament it has been. And unfortunately, the United States went down 3-2 against Venezuela in Miami, and they were completely shut out. From the start, they couldn't get nothing going. Through 8 innings, they did not have a run, and it was insane. I felt like they thought it was a guaranteed win. What's your thoughts on that game?
It was a good game. I feel like it because I joined in late watching it with my dad, and it was like 2-0. I think it was the bottom of the fifth, so the game was cruising by. I thought like, all right, maybe you guys are gonna just keep this game. You know how like game extend after the ninth, so thinking this game's gonna be long, but after the next 3 innings, everybody kept getting striked out. Nobody could get on the plate, and then we saw Bryce Harper right after hit a home run and got 2 points, which was great. And I know you're all the crap they talked about Bryce Harper, and this was a good way of him showing that he still has it, right, Jason?
Yeah, because, during this offseason, his general manager came out saying that, oh yeah, he's washed. He's not a superstar. And he did struggle this World Baseball Classic, but when it mattered the most, he showed up. Yeah, that 2-run homer was insane. I thought that was gonna seal the US making a complete comeback, but it did not, because an inning later they homered. I don't think they homered. They got on base, then it got an RBI. But yeah, it was an insane game. The US struck out a lot, and when they had someone on base, it was like with 2 outs, and then right away the third out went to him. And the most disappointing player, in my opinion, was Aaron Judge. I mean, he went 0 for 4, and when it's like the biggest game on the line, your stars have to shine. And he's the captain, so he needed to at least get on base. And
Yeah.
that means your cards are going down, Alex, because
Jason.
he had a bad performance. Alex just got a new card, which we'll get onto it later. But yeah, Aaron Judge had a brutal World Baseball Classic.
At least I didn't buy that $60 one that we saw at the other table, so we're good.
Yeah,
We're
we're not
good.
trying. We did not get scammed this weekend. We'll get to that later, but we did not get scammed. Yeah, the U.S. They only scored 9 runs through the 3 knockout round games, batting 188. They had all the power. I mean, Bryce Harper, Bregman did pretty bad too. He did 143 batting average. They had all these stars. PCA was decent. Roman Anthony shined, but they just couldn't get over the hump. They just couldn't get those runs in. Sure, they had like 1 or 2 blowouts, but when it mattered the most, it was a pretty low scoring game. And for that much power they had, they should have blown out teams, and they didn't do it.
Do you think it's because they had limitations? Because they didn't want because I know like the insurance and like limitations to each player that they couldn't play because teams still needed them for like the regular season. Do you think that's why like that happened?
I can see that, but I felt like that affected more the pitching side, because yeah, Scooble was only able to pitch 1 game. A couple of the relievers weren't able to play at all, and they had like to negotiate like pretty much in tournaments. Even like the guy from Venezuela, the guy who closed out for them, they had to negotiate with the Cubs. And I felt that affected a lot of teams. Like I know Italy had a trouble with that, and other teams. But like the U.S., I felt like it was just more their batting. They just couldn't get nothing going.
Well, I guess we can't use the excuse then.
Yeah, yeah.
But
It was just
shout
brutal,
out
man.
to the Cubs though. You guys got a good pitcher, Daniel. How do you say his name? Last name?
Oh, what is it?
Planisa?
Valencia? Yeah,
Valencia? Yeah, that's a good
Valencia.
guy.
Yeah,
Nice. I was looking at his
yeah,
cards earlier too, but nothing. He doesn't have like a wide range. It's weird.
yeah. I mean, I think he's like a veteran too.
No, 2020 cards. There's like maybe 2 of his cards. I'm like, why can't I find anything else besides these cards?
Hmm.
It's weird.
I mean, I guess they don't produce. They don't like that man.
I guess so.
All right, so yeah, the World Baseball Classic, it was over. A lot of shining stars. Couple White Sox guy did pretty good. I mean, Antonocci. Who
He did
else?
really good.
Kyle Teal was doing good, and they got injured. Roman Anthony was really good. He had a lot. He had a couple of home runs in the World Baseball Classic. A lot of great players, a lot of young players. Jack Caglione had a homer. Pasquantino did amazing for Italy. It was a nice tournament. I enjoyed it. The last tournament happened. I really enjoyed it because Mexico did good, and in this tournament they fucking died. But yeah, good tournament. So now let's dive into the main topic. So we're gonna dive head first into the hottest takes in the hobby. This is the second part. If you have not listened to part one, it is 2 episodes ago. We had an interview last week with Bruce Briggs, so check that out as well.
Shout out
So
to
what
Bruce
is our
Lee.
first hot take, Alex?
The hobby is becoming more entertainment driven. They're entertaining the card business and it's driven up. It's true. I think card trading is becoming more public on the news lately. That that I don't know. Like you seen Shark Tank?
Yeah, yeah.
The guy from Shark Tank was showing off that three-piece logo of LeBron. I think it was Michael Jordan, and I forgot like one thing Wemby.
No, I think it might have been Kobe. Oh, I think it was like the big
Oh
three
yeah,
right there.
Kobe, LeBron, and Michael
Drake.
Jordan. Yeah, he had it on the chain, and he was bragging about it at the Oscars, and like, and he's like, yeah, this is like over $1 million. I'm like, and then when you tell people that, that's gonna like want people to invest more in the cards, I guess. So
Yeah.
like entertainment's always gonna be there. I think it's gonna be in places like news, Oscars, places you don't really think about as much, but you're gonna see it on TV more often, I think, and I think that the card hobby is gonna be more part of life than we see it now in the next couple of years.
That's very true. It's no longer just like a hobby that's like stuck in your like shop, your card shop. It is beyond. It's on every platform, and you both watch YouTube videos from like card collectors across the world who just go to shows, buy cards, interact with the community. So yeah, now there's videos, now there's card breaking, there's podcasts like what we're doing now. So it's entertainment. People want to be entertained, want to learn about the cards, want to have conversations, and that's very entertainment driven. A lot of it's causing new trends, different aspects of the hobby's growing. Entertainment is very much driving the hobby, and I feel like this is a very good take.
That is a really good take. I think we'll see this in all forms of media in the future, and I think everybody's gonna be on it. And I think it's gonna be like one of those like references that everybody's gonna end up like knowing.
We're going to be
Like
in the
what it
history books.
Yeah, like I think it's gonna be in the history books. Like, oh, this card sold for $1 million in the last 10 years. Mickey Mantle, and you're like, what the hell? And you're like, and then like
It's captured on this YouTube video.
I know, like I think one of these days when I have a kid, my kid's and I'm like, you know what a Mickey Mantle is? And I'm gonna look at him like, yeah, I know what that is. Who the
So I
fuck's
have,
talking? Telling you this
I was about
stuff,
to have a flashback.
son?
Mickey
Let me let
Mantle.
Mickey
What do you?
Mantle. I haven't heard that name in a
Don't
while.
don't say that name in front of me. I never got that card.
I don't have the money for it. Either it was either you or the card.
Oh no. Yeah, but yeah, cards are all over the platforms. There's graphics. There's a video game. Yeah. There's a video game
Yeah.
about that I just randomly downloaded about running a card shop. So it's an entertainment. I mean, I bet there's even movies about it. I mean, we saw like there's a Netflix show about collectibles and card collecting. So there is media all across different platforms, and I feel like that's only going to go up because there's more high profile individuals collecting cards.
Just give it a couple years. We'll have a funny movie about collecting cards or somebody's cards getting stolen or something like something not hopeful but something like heartwarming. I sold my dad's cards and I have to go get them back, and because they have sentiment value.
Oh my god,
I'll
have you
copyright
seen that
that, by
one
the way.
movie? What's that movie?
A movie.
It's about baseball. It's about baseball. You know,
Just
with the kids, with the kids. What's that kids movie?
Sandlot.
Sandlot, yes, because originally it's about that baseball that's like signed by like the Yankees, and like the dog gets it.
Oh, yeah, and then the guy who's
Yeah,
like
that's
that's
practically
his
the same
dad's
thing, but they're about to do that with baseball cards and
baseball
like all these.
cards.
I dig it. I dig it. Write the
And
script,
then
Alex.
then we're gonna have Aaron Judge star in it. This will just be
Oh
the
God.
reveal at the end of it.
Oh,
It's
it's
like,
gonna be
yeah,
like
I can
Space
give you
Jam all
my
of a
rookie
sudden.
card. The what?
It's about to be Space Jam 2.0, but about
I know.
cards.
I know it's gonna be funny.
All
Sandlot
right.
2, baseball cards.
Hell yeah. All right. So, second take, social media is creating artificial markets, and a few influencers posting the same player can move temporary prices.
It does. That it is so true. I've bought so many cards off a video and a graph and like a play. I like the one guy from the Dodgers that where's this card? It's on here somewhere. Hun something. Bought his
Picture,
card
right?
because it was a picture and I was like, he was telling me like, yeah, he's gonna be the next Shohei, and like showed me the graphs and him playing and him making the Dodgers. And I'm like, and you know how good the Dodgers are and how they're picking on players. I'm like, fuck it, all right, I'll go buy me a Sapphire Mojo of his first, and I did. And now the card's no.
Yeah. Yeah, so definitely influence. I see people's video hyping up a player. I'm like, oh, let me look at his card market. Just something like that hints that they might have value can drive the price go up, and they can just happen overnight. It's like the stock market. Collectors want to be ahead of the curve, and eventually that curve goes up because everyone wants to be in front of it. I have a comment. I was looking through Facebook and people's like answers to this question and this take. And it's like, yeah, the hype train is a cycle and a group that, and it's wasn't without social media, cards would be sitting on the shelves, and it's introduces like FOMO, because if one of your favorite social media stars has the card and is investing in the card, you're gonna want to do the same because that's your hero, that's your role model. So I can see that artificial market just go up and up just because there's so much hype around it.
The only thing I can think about, I find that about these videos is that the person who makes the video either finds out that like, because either they find out like last minute and they make the video and they're like the videos are maybe a day or two ahead or like behind. I think like the market is already up since that video has been made, because like that person's either behind on the video or they're like a week late, and then they make the video, and then you're like 2 weeks late after seeing that video. You're like, great, I can no longer buy these cards because everybody knew this before the video was made. So I feel like you get to know, but what are you gonna do about it? On to our next one. This one is gonna crack and resubmit proves it randoms and there's no regulation. It reminds me of that Pokemon card, PSA 5 to PSA 10. Jason, come on.
Yeah, the one I saw was Ken Griffey. Tyler from Market Movers graded the same card 5 times through different companies. PSA 6 all the way to a BGS 9.5.
Damn.
Even at one point getting a PSA 8. Like, that demonstrates how much of a problem like grading is, because it's unregulated. You don't know what they're looking at. Sure, like you can have like those parameters are like what's the corners, the centering, the any like scratch on it, lines in it. But like in reality, it's really up to the grader, and cracking and resubmitting shows that nothing's regulated at all, because you don't know what that card's gonna come out as, because no one knows, not even the grader.
I think it is regulated a bit, because if you do submit a card, say I have a PSA 8 Cooper Flag out of 99, it's a rookie card. And because I share an account with my dad, and then previous, like, it shows what cards we submitted. I will crack it, resubmit it. I think they're gonna be like, all right, this guy's already submitted it. Previously, they'll give him an A's. I think there's some regulation. I think it's a different every time. It's somebody different who looks at the card. I don't think it's the same guy. It sucked to get the same guy and he still gives you a fucking 8. But come on, what do you expect? But yeah, I don't really think there's some regulations. It's just to keep everything organized. But I think there's no regulations on giving what grades are supposed to be there. Because I don't think there's anybody that's supposed to double check your work. So if there was somebody to double check your work, I think either cards will get more better grades or lesser grades.
They just suck. They just suck. Because like, yeah, any given day, a card can be an 8 or a 6. And that is several hundreds of dollars difference if it's a high value card.
Did I eat my breakfast today, or did my wife make me mad? You're getting a 5.
Or he's thinking about, what am I getting after work? What kind of food am I going to get? Let me just put an 8 here. Let's get over with this card. It's an ugly card. It's an ugly card.
He could resubmit it.
Fuck this guy who lives in Illinois, who's probably a Sox fan, and yeah, fuck this guy. He doesn't need the money.
He reads my name a lot. Fuck Alex.
Fuck Alex. What do you think this is?
You think you're gonna make some money off this? Go fuck yourself, buddy.
You think because you pulled a good card, you're top shit?
It's one of the PSA guys who's buying so many boxes and hasn't pulled crap. And I submit this. He's like, "You think you're better than me? Here you go, freaking 99.
The fuck's your problem?
The fuck's your problem?"
Yeah, but yeah, I feel like that video really shed a light on card grading, because it's a wild west right there, because you don't know what. Obviously, I seen like images or like content on someone grading cards to like, I think it's BGS. No, not BGS.
Oh yeah, I know you're talking about that guguy.
CGC, something like that. CGC, I think. And the card's like all messed up, and then I got a 10, and I'm like, okay, so these graded cards don't have any value because clearly the company doesn't care. It gives 10s to everything. So there are standards. I mean, I guess there's some graders that hold more value than others, but it's weird. It's a weird place. That's why I don't grade cards. One day I will. One day I will.
No, you won't.
Maybe. I have some nice cards. I might gamble, you know? It's a gamble at the end of the day, grading cards.
Just put it on a parlay and he'll be good to go.
No. I gotta wait. I gotta hold off. March Madness starts tomorrow, so maybe tomorrow I'll cook something up, you know?
Goodness.
All right. Let's go now. Talk about AI. Hot take number 4. AI will be more involved in grading. So we are already seeing grading companies such as AGS, Tag, Cardboss, and TCG Grader implementing AI into like analyzing the corners, the surfaces, the centering, anything on the card. They've been using it, and it's been something like they use to make it faster and I guess more accurate, but it is not catching along too much right now. So I don't know how much it'll be involved in the future because a lot of people hate it. So I don't know how long these companies are going to last. What's your opinion on AI and grading?
Allen Iverson is grading cards now. Can I ask him to give me better grades?
AI is too busy with them
Yeah.
huzz.
He's too busy grading bad cards.
Yeah.
Yeah, the turnaround for SGC is like 2 weeks. So yeah, because they use AI. But like we gotta understand, like AI makes mistakes too, but I think they're not gonna be emotionally invested on what they're doing. My goodness, I'm mad today, so I'm gonna give this guy a shitty card, a grade. I don't think AI is gonna give me a bad grade.
He sold my parlay.
But yeah, I think AI will be more implemented. Shit, I don't hold it like, you know, like the owner of PSA just bought BGS. I'll give this guy another year or like 2 years. No, highly just invest in picking up the CGC or SGC, the AI companies, and like, we'll just use your AI stuff to just pick up the rest of the slack we need. So I don't hold it on there, but yeah, AI will be more involved because I think people are gonna want more fast turnarounds and better grades. So I think in the next 10 to 15 years, don't hold out on like, don't crack your slab. If you have a nice 9 and you think it can get better like a 10, then you looked at it, yeah, you can try to send it. But if you have an 8 and you want a 10, I would not send that card in. Just lucky you're looking at if you had an 8 instead of like a freaking 6. Because AI is gonna be like, it's 0.7 less than the right side, so I'm gonna give this a 7.
It's gonna be oddly specific.
Oh, that's gonna be suck, man. Imagine measuring the crap out of your card and it's off by like a centimeter.
Nothing's gonna be perfect.
I'll flip out.
Yeah. I mean, there's apps now where like you scan the card through the app and it gives you supposedly what's gonna grade. So AI is not only just on the grading companies, but there's also like third parties who give you an idea what that card's gonna be. I don't know if you see the ads for that. It's kind of
I know.
strange.
My dad uses it and he paid for it, and then when you like, I was like, is it free? He's like, no. I was like, Dad, you could have just eyeballed the card, but he's like, yeah, but AI does the work for you. I'm like, I was like, oh yeah, you saying that out loud is next 10 years, PSA's gonna hire robots to start grading cards.
They're about to have like a robot like row of like graders in like the national in a couple years.
Freaking just 10-minute turnaround.
10-minute turnaround that they slab. It's like gonna be a whole assembly line of robots just slabbing their card.
And they're not gonna even explain why they give you an 8. They're just like, yeah, it's an 8. And you're like, what? Can the robot tell me why?
Do you want to fight this robot to get a better grade?
And then it's the fucking Terminator. Like,
yeah, it's like a boxing match. It turns into what that Steel movie with
you don't have a robot. You're the robot.
Yeah, you became a robot. All right, we're talking about robots now.
I know. The hobby is quarterback obsessed. I think it's true overall. Everybody's when Caleb, Jaden Daniels, Drake May, Bo Nix came out. Everybody wanted their cards, especially the silvers, because how valuable they were. And I think no one really. I don't really think anybody cares about the running backs or the wide receivers as much, especially the D line or O line. I do not want a silver O line card. Please take those out of the freaking packs, man.
It's unfortunate because there's so many cool players, but this hobby's really obsessed with the quarterbacks because that's the people who get the MVPs, who get all the credit for the championships. They are like they are like the face of the NFL, and they are seen as investment kind of cards. Where if this player gets an achievement, that card's going up. If this player wins a Super Bowl, that goes way up. But if you're a running back on the team, like Kenneth Walker, sure, it'll go up like couple
Couple
bucks.
dollars,
Yeah,
yeah.
maybe like 20-30 bucks. Yeah, because MVP is a big thing in the Super Bowl. But like long term, that card's not going to hold that much value. Unlike a quarterback, because the quarterback's pretty much holds the city on his shoulders. Like Caleb, he brought hope to the Bears, not just DeAndre Swift.
Yeah, not just DeAndre Swift. But like
Not DeAndre
it
Swift. He's a cool
matters.
player, but like, yeah,
It's a cool player. I like DeAndre Swift.
yes,
No hate on him. We love him.
yeah.
But overall, it
No
matters.
shade on him.
Yeah, no shade on him. We do love him. As
He
we're
could be
Chicago
better though.
people.
He could be better.
He could be better, but he did better this year.
Yes.
But like for instance, if like a Barry Sanders card, he is a fantastic running back and he's a legendary one. That's why his cards are expensive. Same thing for Jerry Rice. Who's on the
Jerry Rice, $56 for his rookie card. Like, I feel like his cards can be way higher.
you look at the tops or what did you find?
I just saw one of his rookie cards. When I opened Market Movers, it was like his very first rookie card. And that's insane to me because, yeah, he's like the best player of his generation. He's considered the GOAT of wide receivers. Yeah, it's a Topps 1986 rookie card. It's
Damn,
Topps, so it's not. It's like one of these weird companies,
not
like old companies, yeah, or like Fleer. It's Topps,
what
and
is
that's
the
way cheaper than.
PSA 10?
Let's see, a PSA 10, 90K. Like that's
90K.
insane. How is a raw card $56, but a PSA 10, 90K, and a PSA 9, 3,000? Like what?
Why aren't people not grading that more often?
Why
They
is
should.
the math does not mathing? I guess people just like quarterbacks and would rather have a raw card of a quarterback than a vintage Jerry Rice rookie card.
Yeah, and if you compare it to like a Tom Brady rookie card, it's $3,000 by itself.
Someone's gonna buy a CJ Stroud instead of a Jerry Rice or a 9 card.
Please don't. For the love of God, you're a Minnesota fan. Please don't buy that card. But yeah, I think it is obsessed. QB obsessed. But yeah, I think you have to be a legendary player in that role in order to have high affecting cards. Like I do want a Bijan Robinson card, but like it's not on my top list of like cards I want to get automatically.
Like I love like the old school linebackers from like the 2000s. Like I would love a Patrick Willis or I forgot the dude's name from the Ravens. What's his name?
Morissette?
No, from the Ravens.
No, Ray Lewis.
Ray Lewis. Like Ray Lewis is a dog. That man was insane. Like all these old school players I really like, and I would love to get their signatures in like cool cards of there. And they're really cheap. So there's obviously it's not my priority, but it's insane. These cards are so cheap, and the players are pretty cool and Hall of Famers, half of them.
Fun fact though, I have not met Ray Lewis, but he's spoken at my job at the church.
What?
Yeah, but it was I was at because we have two like churches that are connected. I'm on the right side, which is classic, and like the other one's like more modern. I guess he spoke at one side, and I didn't know he was here.
Damn.
And but I did see the video. I'm like, that dude is huge. I'm like, God,
He's a pretty cool player. Yeah.
he's a cool player.
Crazy story background.
But yeah, cool. That's a fun fact for today.
All right, so now one of our last ones. We think we got like 2, 3 more. The hobby overreacts to injuries. This is very true, and so does my fantasy football team. Because this year we had a lot of injuries. Malik Neighbors really messed up one of my leagues. CD really messed up one of my leagues. At one point, I had like a whole IR team.
I know.
But yeah, the hobby really overreacts to these cards because a lot of these cards are investments to people. They are quick flips. And when they see someone go down with a knee injury, a shoulder injury, hell, sometimes even if it's concussed, if someone's concussed, they want to sell immediately because that's bad news to them, bad news for their pockets, and they feel like that player is going to collapse and his value won't be over there.
That is true because when Jaden Daniels got hurt,
That
His
was nasty.
market dropped. My dad had his kaboom. We pulled a kaboom out of a blaster. You know, right? You're like, holy crap, you pulled out a blaster, but don't hesitate. We bought like 20 boxes and we pulled one out of the boxes.
Hey,
So
it's
it's like,
worth it.
I know it's worth it. So we had it. We pulled it out. He got hurt, and my dad was like, crap, I can't sell this card because somebody's gonna lowball the crap out of me. And a lot of people were lowball crapping us because I had went to various shops and everywhere, and man, people fucking instead of saying saying over $1,000, they went for like $700. I'm like, this card's still $1,500.
He's still the quarterback of a team.
I know he's not like dead,
Yeah,
but
he's gonna recover. There's technology for him to recover.
so the thing my dad did to get rid of that card before like it like dropped, it traded. I think he traded a Color Blast for it, Caleb Color Blast for it, and I think something else. I don't know what it was. I have to ask what he traded for. But he traded it, got a Color Blast of Caleb Williams, which was not a bad trade. I think Caleb's Color Blast is like over $1,000 also. So he did make a good investment. And now the card's like at least in like, if I look at it now, it's probably like under $1,000.
Yeah, like injuries are part of the game. Like we keep joking that Pikachu will never tear his ACL, but these players are very at risk of doing that. But I feel like they do overreact so much for injuries. They see something, their favorite player go down or someone they have cards of, and they want to sell. But long term, these players are going to come back. So that's kind of ridiculous that you want to sell right away. Like Malik Neighbors, that's one of my players that I was like, I kind of want to buy into him because he's coming back to a very good situation in the Giants. He has this rookie quarterback, new coach, and they have a good cast around him. So I was like, that's someone that people sold off immediately because he got injured. He had a couple of injuries leading up to his big injury. So people were like hesitant about him. So there's people do overreact, but I'll say this: go with your gut. If you think the player is gonna bounce back, keep your card.
That is true. If you like the player, you like the player. Don't get rid of it because everybody else is doing it. Let's see. I'm looking at the timeline. So yeah, it was at one point of last year, October, before he got hurt, was $2,000 raw.
Who is it?
Jane Daniels. And then when it got to the point, it dropped to 808. No, 6,550 raw. And now it's at $1,000 again. I think my dad had a PSA 9 because he got a grade. It wasn't raw. It was $1,500 at one point. I think he sold it off or traded it around like 13. And then the Caleb Color Blast is like 13 right now.
Yeah, I mean these players bounce back, so it's kind of weird just selling a card just because of injuries.
I think it's because the Washington organization,
The football team.
because they were comparing his injury to this guy, RG3, Robert Griffin III, and they're like, he's gonna be the next Robert Griffin III. I was like, damn, that's a bad comparison because that man has never been the same after he got hurt.
Yeah.
But we have not seen him play. We'll see Jane Daniels and see how he does this season. Maybe he can stack up on his cards before he does turn back up. Maybe he'll make the playoffs again. And yeah, we'll see how that goes. Like players' personality impacts card prices more than we meant. I think, like, I can't think of a player, but I think it does though. If the player's
I got
cool,
three
I'd buy
players.
his card.
3 players for you. I got Anthony Edwards. He has that cocky demeanor to him that he's better than you.
Yeah. He's a great player too, but he hasn't won anything. But he's still like a freaking cool as shit.
Mm-hmm. You got Luca. He has that aura behind him where he's gonna talk shit to you and score in front of your face. And you got LeBron. LeBron and Curry, pretty much 2 legends. They're very likable. They're very on brand of like that player that you want. So I can see personality playing big into someone's market. Because, like, no one's buying a Dylan Brooks card. Or a Draymond. Or even a fucking Lou Dort. Fuck that guy.
Really?
I'm sorry. I have a lot of... I'm petty about players who sell my parlays.
Me with my Lou Dort rookie card in my box right now. Like, he
Burn
doesn't mean
that.
it, Lou Dort. He doesn't mean it, Lou Dort.
Burn that. That man's a dirty player, too. And Jokic should have chopped his head off.
But yeah, I think it does impact, I think, off and on the field. Like, I generally like players that do donations or hang out with people that they're supposed to, like, give back to the community. I think when Caleb gave back to the community, I think he was more beloved. And his cards went up after a little bit more because He's out there. He's out with the fans. He does care about Chicago, and I think players like that who do stuff besides sport and give back to communities and like to the team, like the fans, they do get more beloved. So
Yeah, and then you got players who like do dumb shit, and then that goes down. Like you got like John Morant. His cards went down a lot because he had off the court issues. So
yeah,
personality matters because if you're a good guy, cards will go up. If you're a bad guy, they're gonna go down because no one wants to be liable in case this guy goes downhill or because at the end of the day, a lot of these like individuals, a lot of these collectors do it for the investment, and if you're a bad dude, they ain't gonna buy your cards.
true.
So we got our last hot take of this episode. And it is we are in the best era of sports cards as it relates to popularity, value, and tech.
I do that. I do believe it's true because I was telling you the other day that for baseball, we are in the best era of baseball collecting right now. I think. Well, maybe a couple years ago, but I think right now with new players coming out like Roman Anthony, Jack Leon, uh, who else can I think of? Like anything like Cooper Flag, um, like, and then like newer players that came out like a couple years ago, like Kay Cunningham. They're still cards are still attainable and they get a good certain value. So I think we're eating good, especially on baseball.
Shohei's the most liquid player out there. Like that guy, that
Yeah.
dude's card moves so easy. If it's a rookie card, it'll sell within like the next hour minimum if it's at a good price.
Yeah, it's at a good price. Like King of Cards just picked up one of his. You seen that picture of his? He just picked up two Shohei rookie cards autograph.
Yeah.
I think he paid over 100K for both cards, which is
And that's only gonna go up because it's Shohei Ohtani. He's the best player in sports. So yeah, very good place for baseball for sure.
relatively to value and popularity. Yes, that's always gonna players are just getting better and better every day, more popular. Especially the Shohei thing we just said. I think I wish. Part of me wishes that we started earlier. If I started like maybe
Dude,
5 years ago,
know.
but starting now is better than like never starting. So,
Yeah.
but for tech wise, sorry.
Yeah, so if I knew if I started years early, I would have every Drake May card available.
That's true. And for tech value or the tech stuff, I think that within the last 5 years, it's easier to find like better prices, other apps, market movers, Card Ladder, eBay, the various apps we said in one of the episodes that we use to find the price. That's one of the techs that I think that's being brought up. And I think only downside that I think about the tech thing is that, which leads back to the AI stuff, is that I think with the popularity and like us being in the best era of like cards is that in the next couple years I think tech is gonna just ruin it by having been more artificial and telling us what cards values are. So
Yeah, and then we're getting more places to like buy cards and sell cards. I mean, we got Fanatics Live, TikTok now, eBay, Colex, all these different platforms. It's never been more easier to buy cards because at a click of a button in a couple of days, that card's at your doorsteps. It's so easy and so easy to spend money, and I have a problem with that. Personally, my bank account does.
his bank account does not like him.
It is making me, yeah, it's crazy.
Well,
Cards are
he's
crazy.
investing, Chad. He's investing,
It's
Chad.
investment.
It's
It's in
investment.
the future, you know.
He
Like
won't sell the cards in the future
I won't, which I won't. I'll have that sentimental value. Like I bought this card
at a show, and it
at a
means
show.
so much to me.
Bought this for $100. Now it's 200. Am I ever gonna sell it? Absolutely not.
Will I give it to my kid? No, I'll take it to the
No,
grave.
fuck that kid. He ain't gonna mess with my collection. I
Say,
spent so
can I have
much
your
time on that.
Shohei card? And I'm like, no. The
No.
fuck?
I'll
Go
give
buy
you
your own Shohei card.
I'll give you this base card that's not even worth anything now.
But Dad, it's him in a Dodgers uniform for like last year.
Popularity's increasing so much. I mean, you got Logan Paul. I don't know if you saw like Kim Kardashian's like son's now into it, so now she's involved in the hobby.
Oh yeah, she was like at one of the tables, and this guy
Mhm.
took a picture of her buying a card.
Yeah, like you said, Kevin O'Leary had that chain that's like worth 19.2 million, and it's a big card, and it has like all these diamonds around it, so that he's flaunting it all over the red carpet. So it's very mainstream. The popularity is going up. There's value. It's looking like pretty much like the stock market. You invest into these players and you see them go up, and if they tear the ACL, they're going down. Technology's all over the place. So it's in my opinion, I haven't been in the hobby for that long. I enjoyed collecting cards as a kid, but I didn't know too much about cards until now.
Mm.
I think we're in a very good place, and from what I've heard, people agree with me and say that we are only going up, and it's the golden age part 2 of cards.
I think we're gonna hit a certain age where our Mickey Mantle is Shohei Ohtani.
Oh, absolutely. It's crazy because like they printed so many Shoheis, like base cards. Yet again, they're going for like 100 plus.
Well, yeah, I watched a video on like a TikTok where this guy had so many base Shohei cards that he put a lot. I think he got like maybe $200 for all like 10 cards. I'm like, and that was like 2020. Like all those base cards are worth like $100 each, and they're like I think they're all chrome, so it's like over $150 each. I'm like, damn. I know he's hurting right now, knowing that he sold all those cards.
Very true.
I think that's what people are doing now too with Roman Anthony, buying lots of his base card because they think he's gonna be the next big thing.
I think he's gonna be very good. I've been buying some of his cards and keep an eye on some of them.
I can't win any.
Now let's get into Collector's Corner because he's one of my players on my radar. So we're gonna not do Player of the Week this episode. We're gonna have a separate episode you can check out. We'll be talking about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. So check out that episode. We're releasing next Wednesday. So now let's go into Collector's Corner. So player on my radar, like you said, Roman Anthony and Jack Caglione, 2 prospects that demonstrate they can hang with the best players in the World Baseball Classic. I am buying heavily into them because I think one of them or even both of them are going to be all-stars, Hall of Famers. So I'm buying heavy into them. I bought a Sanglit Roman Anthony.
Nice.
Then I bought some like, it's like similar to Mojo, but it's like some throwback Jack Caglione for like $10 I bought earlier. But I like these 2 players. 2 big players, a lot of potential on good teams, great players. Another guy that I got, Aaron Judge. Wow. I put him on this list before he choked.
No, not the choke.
I bought a rookie card of his. He's just a Hall of Famer. I know his numbers were pretty bad, and there's this narrative that he is a choke artist in the important games, but he is very good for his age. I mean, he's older, but like he is the top 2 player in the league, so kind of want to buy more of him. I have one rookie card that I bought like a long time ago in a value box for like $10. But yeah, buy more of him. Another guy, high upside, Cam Ward. They added Wandell Robinson. I kind of want to buy some of his silver cards and like different prism cards that he has. High upside, maybe invest into him, sell later. He's not one of those players that I like PC players, but he's someone that I will be interested in like investing in. What you got, Alex?
Trying to buy more Roman Anthony cards. I was bidding for some this week, but right now I'm bidding for one that is the yellow jersey, the one you have.
Yeah, is it like more of a throwback one, huh?
Yeah, and it's like his like a image variation. It's like $25.
Yeah, I think I've seen that.
I think you have it.
Oh, it's that one. Because I know that there's 2 cards that has a yellow. He has a yellow shirt. Mine's like a weird one. Mine's like a companion card, whatever.
Is it the big one or the?
It came with the big one. Like it came part of that set. Let me see what it's called. Let's see. Is it the?
It's a 189 on the back.
Let me see. Yeah, it's 189. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's that's a short print. That's the image variation of his. So you have that one. I'm trying to bid one for right now. It's at $5, and it ends next week. So I gotta wait 6 days for the bid then.
I hate when that happens.
Another one I might not win because this one's Titans of the Game 26 out of 50. Roman Anthony. I'm at 103. But I might not win this because it's Roman Anthony and half his cards that go past $50 are either $500 cards, but I don't feel like paying $500 cards.
No way.
But I might get one of his, the silver packs that they gave out for the hobby box.
Yeah. So
I might buy his silver pack or silver card. I just have it, and then I have another one of like like the old fashioned cards, the 75 ones.
Yeah, that's the one I was saying with the yellow. He has a yellow shirt, right? Oh, okay.
So the short print's more expensive because it's short print. But yeah, trying to get that one, and I just bought that one off Colex. Supposed to come this week. So I'm just trying to like stack up on whatever I have, whatever I can afford.
Yeah, I got the Jack, like the ones you said, like the ones that come in the silver pack. That's the one I got. That's a cool card. Cool colored cards.
Yeah, those nice cards. What else have I been looking at? I wanted to get a new Aaron Judge card because the one I have picked up from the shop or the convention, it doesn't look that good, and I can't get graded, so it might just be for the PC. Something you just keep forever. What else have I been looking at? Roman Anthony, Roman Anthony, Roman Anthony.
So Roman Anthony.
I know, right? Roberto Clemente, Puerto Rican baseball player, one of the first Puerto Rican baseball players to play, one of the greatest. I'm trying to find like a nice card of his just to have for the PC. That's what I'm looking at right now. And then Ronald Acuna Jr. Just won the World Baseball Classic with his Venezuela. I was looking at his X Factor. It was $75, and I know in the past he's won MVP, right?
I want to say, yeah. He's like top 3 player pretty much, like all seasons. Last season he was injured, but he's a really good player.
Yeah. Saw one for 75. I might pick it up just to have for the PC because who doesn't want one? What else? Let's see. Let me see my Colex.
I forgot he won a World Series too.
He's did. Why is his card so cheap?
2021 World Series, 5-time All-Star, NL MVP. Yeah, this man has a really nice resume.
Maybe his base cards are not like. Well, it seems like it's the same as Aaron Judge. No, Aaron Judge's cards is more expensive, which is weird. Nick Kurtz trying to get his X Factor because he's gonna be a great player in the future. I'll be with Junior as usual. And then I don't know if you've seen that movie. What was that movie with The Rock? The wrestling movie. I forgot what it was.
The Von Erichs one, yeah.
No. That's not The Rock. That's this guy.
Oh, that's not The Rock. The Smashing Machine?
Yeah, there we go. I was looking up wrestling cards of Mark Kerr, the main character. They have a.
That's random.
I know. I was like, well, I want a Mark Kerr card, and I found it, and they're not that bad. And
I've never seen that man fight.
Legendary card. I watched that movie in theaters. It's pretty good. A legendary card out of, I think, what is this? Out of $8.99, it goes for $22 as his autograph. I was like, might fuck around, but it's something I'll get soon though. Yeah, that's been I've been looking at just more Roman Anthony, and I haven't been looking at basketball as much because I already picked up a bunch of stuff. So
Gotcha. Yeah, so a lot of cool stuff. Experiences. So last weekend, I'm sorry. We went to the Chicago Sports Spectacular, and let me tell you, it was huge. Huge venue, so many cards, so many tables. You can get lost. You can get lost between like all the vendors. I got a lot of cool cards. Alex got a lot of cool cards. Did you end up walking the whole thing or just
not really, because I remember one across, and there's so many tables. That's the thing, and it's overwhelming. My mind was set on the cards we were looking for: the Aaron Judge, the Tom Brady, and the Caleb Scales card, Dragon Scales. And I only went maybe from the middle to like the left where the snacks were, and I didn't go to the right at all. I think because there's so many tables.
Yeah, I ended up walking the whole thing, and I found some good deals on the other side that you didn't get to, but it can be overwhelming when you see so many cards, and you're like, I might go back to that card. You're not going back to that for that card, because by the end of the time, you're like, I looked at so many cards, I've bought so many cards, I'm not going back to that card. But yeah, I got a Lamine Yamal, got a Kobe.
Oh yeah, we got a Lamine Yamal. Can't be happy with that.
We bought the same card it was a good card, $25 card, going for like 40 plus is not a bad deal. What else did I get? Kobe. Guys can see a post. We posted on Instagram. Check those cards out.
Yeah, kind of happy that we get the Lamine Yamal. I've been trying to get one for a while, and it's not a bad card either. Really nice card. The guy was only selling it for $25, and the cards were going for like $40 plus, like Jason said. And I kind of regret not buying more. Overall, nice card. If we get it graded, if it gets a 10, it's $200, which is nice. And something that you probably have to keep for like a while, because he's considered one of the best players in the world right now. And that was a nice find. But yeah, me and Jason had a good time. We got to hang out, and man, I tell you, Jason, I wish freaking sweating my balls out there.
It was bad. I had to take my jacket off. It always happens. Even the National, I'm like, gotta have my jacket on because it's cold outside, and then I go inside and it's like, oh fuck, I am burning.
I'm like, did they get the heat cranked up? Well, there's no air conditioning here. I think it's like that because I think the convention center doesn't have like great ventilation. Because if it would have been downstairs, it would have been the same thing.
Yeah.
But overall, what was it? Yeah, yeah, we got the first couple minutes. We did find an Aaron Judge. I got the Aaron Judge card, and I should have. Man, I gotta start doing better. We're getting better at looking at prices, which we're kind of proud of. I didn't get screwed on that Aaron Judge. I paid 35, and it's going for $35 now, but it's been going up and down from like 40 to 50. Now it's back at 35 again. But kind of glad I didn't overpay for it. Um, the thing that I think I need to get work on is looking at conditions of the card before I buy it. That's what I'm
Yeah.
having a hard time.
Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, because yeah, you can see the card like, oh, I really want this card, and then you go back home, take a look at the condition. And it's like, yeah, that would have dropped a couple of dollars off of it, and probably won't even picked it up if I would have saw the condition.
Yeah, but yeah, we saw a lot of cards. I think that we saw expensive ass cards. A Kobe Auto for like almost 10 grand. A Curry gold signed was like over 24. I was like, God damn. So yeah, I think these places like where you find things that you don't really think of online in person. What is it? Oh, and then I had a great time with one of the sellers. The guy who bought from the guy who we bought the Lamina malls. He sold me the Kata Cunningham PSA 9 for $40 instead of 50, and I'm up like $5 on the card right now because it's 40 going for 45. And the guy was like, "Yeah, just for you, 40." I was like, "All right, cool, man."
Just for you.
I was like, "Yeah,
Yeah, good show. I think probably the next big show will go to the Dallas card show when it comes to Chicago in May. But I had a good experience at the Sports Spectacular. Probably go there next time. A lot of good cards. I got tired because seeing so many cards. My neck hurts. But great experience hanging out with Alex. Yeah, good show.
Another experience I'm dealing with is grading cards this week. I've given 6 cards to my dad. I'm checking my whole PC and we'll see what's available right now. And I have so many cards that are worth like 10 to $20, but nothing like over like I have like my PC cards that are like $40. All my Caleb cards, Paul Skeens, all that. But I have some couple cards I'm trying to sell right now, so I'm kind of happy about that. That UFC card I have, which is going for $50, and I'm gonna get that graded and hope that I could sell it for like $200 or something.
That's random. Ooh. Yeah,
What do we call
I'm holding off on grading for a little bit.
Come on, Jason, you
Just
gotta
for a
grade.
little bit. Nah, I don't trust myself.
Why it's not a parlay, Jason. It's just you
No.
give me your card and then we'll look at it and we tell you if it's a 7 or like a 5 and then we tell you like, Jason, did you waste your money on grading this? And you're like, yeah, I did. And you're like, well, I hate cards.
Yeah. No, I'm good. I'm good for today.
Jason thinks grading cards is like another version of parlays. I give out $250 and see what I get back.
I ain't trying to get scammed. I ain't trying to wait 6 months to get scammed.
And he's not willing to pay the extra $200 to get it back much faster.
No.
Well, thanks for watching, guys. This is gonna wrap it up. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to follow the show, share it on your socials, and yeah, the hobby keeps booming.
See ya.
See you.